Hey y'all, it's Alex with the Creative Llama. If you see that red live box above my head, that means I'm live, but if you don't see it, you are just catching the replay, so make sure you put hashtag replay in the comments if you are catching the replay. Just give me 1 second. I need to see where my live is, so that way I can share it over into my broadcast channel. So when y'all pop on, say hey. I am looking for my live. I see that I'm live, but I can't find it. Just give me 1 second. There we go. So when y'all pop on, say hey. I'm going to get this shared over into the broadcast channel. So if you're not part of it, make sure that you join. I'm going to share this in there so all of our friends can come hang out with us. And we've got a really simple, like, bundled project for y'all tonight. So when y'all pop on, say hey. Our keyword tonight is notebook, because we've got a bundle deal, and this is the last day to grab this bundle. So this one is called the watercolor dot pattern, and then this notebook, this is the spiral notebook. I love this notebook. I use this every single week to prep for our live sales. I love this notebook. So we're gonna actually apply this onto here with a bunch of fun rainbow colors. So when y'all pop on, say hey. Hi Maria. Hi Barbara. Hello. So yes, today's the last day to grab the bundles that are on the chalk site. So this one is, like, I think it retails for $30, and regular customers can get it for like $22, and perks members can get it for like $15. So great deal. Hi Missy. Hello Kimmy. So I'm just going to start off with fuzzing this, and then we are going to put this onto our notebook, and we're going to just chalk these right on here and keep it pretty simple tonight. Hi Donna Deek. Yes, our keyword is notebook. When you comment that word, you will get the supply list. I'm using a bunch of fun colors, and I am going to use the color of the month, which is now sold out, but I do have a couple of jars. If you're interested, let me know. All right, we're just gonna fuzz this extremely well, and then we're gonna start chalking. Hi Sharon. Hi Robbie. Hello Michelle Pryor. All right. We're gonna open this up. Now y'all, like I said, I love this notebook. I use mine to prep for my live sales and like stuff I'm gonna do for my business. So this is great for like grocery lists and stuff. It's not giant, but it's perfect for, like, I bet you could throw this into a purse. I really, really like this. We used to have another journal that was not my favorite, but I like the fact that you can open it up all the way and write on it, whereas the other one, it was kind of difficult to write in. So, hi Aline. I think it's how you say your name, Aline. I apologize if I'm saying that incorrectly. All right, so we're gonna lay this down. There's really no wrong way to do this. It's however you want to do it. I'm just going to use the edge over here, and we are going just to chalk this in a rainbow pattern. So, how was everybody's Wednesday? What did y'all do today? Did you work? Did you craft? Did you run errands? What did you do? All right, so we're gonna push that down, and this is what we have, okay? So we're gonna use the color Coral. Hi, Stephanie. Oh, why did I just throw that away? We're gonna use Coral, which I just got a new one. I'm gonna get all that extra paste in there. Hopefully I don't make a giant mess. So we got Coral. Then we're gonna use Candy Apple. Hi, Linda. We're gonna use Candy Apple. Roy, so orange, then orange peel, Bumblebee, Meadow. Ooh. We're gonna use the color of the month. No, I'm sorry. Cadet. We are going to use the color of the month. We're going to use Cadet. Then we're going to use the color of the month, Majesty. That's not my open one. And then, oh girl, I understand. Going back to work is hard. Getting back into the swing of things after being on vacation for a week was difficult. I'm not even gonna lie. So we have Coral, Candy Apple, Orange Peel, Bumblebee, Meadow, Cadet, Majesty, which is the color of the month. Like I said, it is sold out now, but I have a couple jars, and then Regal. And we're going to go in and we're going to use a multi-tool. These are on sale still, so make sure you grab some of these. I love these. I caught you, Maria. He's doing okay. His back is still hurting, but he's doing all right. All right. I'm trying to move it to where y'all can see. So I'm just going to go in with my multi-tool. We are going to chalk the first line in coral. And I used the inspiration picture that was on the website. But I wanted to make this as a little video before I left on my trip. But y'all, time just ran out. Y'all's mystery boxes were more important. But this is a bundle deal on the website right now. The notebook and the transfer for Perks members, it's like 15 bucks. So, all right, there's that one. We're gonna lift it up, lay it back down, and push down. Oh no, Missy, what happened? How did you ruin it? What happened? Tell us. All right, we're gonna go with Candy Apple. Candy Apple is a bright red. This color is currently out of stock on the website. But I have some paste singles if for some reason you need some red ASAP. Well, let me know. I don't think I have any jars either. I'm running low on jars. Y'all sold me out of everything. I need to stock back up. All right, Candy Apple. And we're going to lift. Hi, Tammy. And we're going to lay this back down, push it down, and we're going to clean, and we're going to go in with orange peel. Now, you don't have to do the rainbow color. You could just use 2 or 3 colors. You could do it all in one color. You could do a hot mess. You could do whatever you wanted with this. But as soon as I saw this on the website, I knew I had to make it because one, I love this notebook. But 2, I love the rainbow colors. All right, so there's the orange peel, and I'm going to peel that up. So what I'm doing is I'm pasting and I'm peeling, because if I go through and I paste all of my dots and then lift up my transfer, the paste is going to dry in the silk screen, and when I go to pull it up, it's going to pull up the color with it, which you do not want to happen. So I always suggest to paste and pull, which is what I'm doing. So we're going to go in with some Bumblebee. We used this one last night on the sunflowers we did. Y'all love that one. Lots of y'all grabbed that while that cutout was 25% off. Thank you so much for your orders. We're going to go in and do this one. But this is really simple. This would be great for like kids going to school, like granddaughters and stuff. They would probably love to make something like this to have in class. Hi, Teresa. I think it dried too fast on the top part. When I lifted, it destroyed. Oh, no. I'm so sorry. That is a bummer. All right, we're going to go in with Meadow. My Meadow is a little dry, so I'm going to spray a little bit of water. I don't want to add too much because then it can bleed. But we're keeping it very simple tonight. I couldn't be on for very long because I do need to help Thomas with dinner. We're having fajitas. And usually while I'm live, he's doing all the cooking. But with his back being hurt, he needs some help. So I got to get off so we can eat at a decent time. It is called the watercolor dot pattern. Watercolor dot pattern, Shelly. And it actually, like I was saying, it's in a bundle with the notebook right now. But there's a bunch of different bundles on the website that are 25% off. So there's like one with lemons. There's one with the flag company transfer. There's all sorts of ones. If you just go to the website and click on what's new, they're listed right there. Marcy, we're making a notebook. We are doing the watercolor dot pattern. And I've actually, like I said, I know you just jumped on. I've been dying to make this. And I meant to make it before I left on my trip like a video for y'all, but you know, time got away from me. So that's what we're making now. I don't, Missy. I have one that I've made several months ago, and I use weekly, and I haven't had any issues with scratching or anything like that. So no, I don't personally, but you can seal it if you want to. You could probably just use some like Mod Podge. All right, so this is the color of the month. This is called Majesty. Unfortunately, this color is not available any longer. It's sold out either today or yesterday. But I wanted to use it. One, because I just wanted to see how it looks. But then two, I do have a couple extra jars of Majesty. So if you missed out on it, just send me a message. I do have a couple of jars that I've ordered. So we're gonna lift this up. Hi, Marie. Yes, hi, Linda. All right. Ooh, that color is really pretty. It's more like to me, it's more of a bluish purple. That's really pretty. I like that. All right, lay that down. I'm sad I didn't get to use it more. Then we're gonna go in with Regal, which is a dark purple. And y'all, we're almost done. We're just gonna do this last little bit and then call it a day. Okay, lift this up. Hi, Tammy. You can, Missy. Yeah, you can seal it with Mod Podge. Linda, send me a message. Send me a message, girlfriend, and I can totally get that for you. All right. So now we're going to start the pattern back over. I've already used, we're not going to get to Majesty again. We're not going to get to Regal. Sad. But that is this color of the month. We're not going to get to Cadet again. I'm going to close that up. Ooh, Robbie, you're lucky. I know. It's a really pretty purple. And a lot of y'all love purple. Like, they had Regal, the dark purple that I used was actually a color that was around when I first joined, and then they retired it. And then people said, we need a dark purple. And so they brought it back. If you didn't know that. All right, that's Coral. You could use Peachy Keen. You could use Peony instead. But I wanted to use Coral. I was trying to pick some colors that we don't use all the time. All right, we're gonna close that. Linda, send a message to the page or to my personal Facebook. It's just a comment on here, and I'll forget to go back and check it if I'm being honest. All right, we're gonna go in with Candy Apple. And then we're going to go in with Orange Peel, and then we're done, y'all. We'll clean the transfer, and then we'll do a giveaway. And that's it. You want to say hello?
Hello, ladies.
He's actually up and moving today. Begrudgingly. He doesn't feel very well.
Nope.
His back is hurting really bad. Remember that when they brought it back? Yeah. Yeah, so when in July, it'll be 5 years that I do them with chalk. And that was one of the colors that was around. Hi, Melanie. How are you? All right, we're going to peel this up. Not peel it up, but release the paste. And then we're going to do our last line. Okay? Lay it down. I got a little red where I don't want it. It's not the end of the world. Hello, Kimmy. Hi, Sharon. We're about to finish up for tonight. It was a quick live, but I just wanted to pop on. I'm going to be live tomorrow at like 12:45 p.m., and we're going to do a new interchangeable. I got another one for y'all. This is one that I posted in the VIP group months back, asking about interest, and y'all loved it. So that's what we're going to do tomorrow. So I'll be on around 12:45 p.m. tomorrow. Hello, Melanie. I'm glad you're doing okay. All right, there's our notebook. Oh, hi, Martha. I'm sorry your back is hurting too. All right, so we used orange peel. We used coral, candy apple, orange peel, bumblebee, meadow, cadet, majesty, regal. Those are the colors that we use. Now, if you comment the word notebook, you'll get the supply list. And I highly suggest you go and check out the supply list because the bundle that I used tonight is 25% off. And today's the last day. So we're going to spray this with water really, really well. And I'm going to take a baby wipe on top. And try to get off all that extra paste as much as I can before I go in with my board eraser. Hi, Ange. So like I was saying, that bundle is retail is like $30. And then retail customers, it's like $22.50. And Perks members, it's like $15. So it is quite a bit of a savings. Hi, Crafty Edge. How are you? All right, spray this down again. We're going to use our board eraser. And I'm just going to scrub the front and the back. Now, some of our colors do stain. Obviously, red and blue, the cadet and candy apple will probably stain the most out of the colors that I used tonight. And that's okay. We can reuse it again. I also think this pattern is going to be perfect for like some summer stuff that I want to do. So you'll probably see this pattern again relatively soon. I'm doing good. I am doing pretty well. All right. Turn that over. Let me wipe up all that extra water. Turn it back over, sticky side up. I'm going to take my fuzz cloth. You could use a paper towel for this. I just don't have any paper towels in here. I'm going to wipe up all that extra water. And then I'm going to turn it over, wipe all the extra water here. And then we're going to put it back on its backer sheet. Okay, so there's a white side and a yellow side. You're going to do your white side to your sticky side. Okay, so I always face it sticky side up and then I put my backer on. It's just the easier way, in my opinion, to put it back on. Okay, and it is nice and clean for us to use again. It's okay if it stains. Don't stress about the staining. It won't hurt your project, next project. Okay? Here is our notebook. Let's hit it with the dryer. And then we will pick a winner for tonight. Hi, Diane. Not me telling my training class to do it independent. How funny, Maria. Thanks, Melanie. Sorry I missed so many comments. Are you taking good? I'm trying to, Lynn. I'm trying to. And the notebook, the pages are blank on the inside, which I really like. Like I said, I think this is great for like a grocery list. Or like, I don't know, if you go to doctors a lot, take notes or something like that. But there it is. It's a cute little notebook. And you could do the back too. I decided to do the front today. But I think this turned out pretty good. It has a ton of pages, y'all. The papers are really nice and thick too. So they won't easily tear. Like I said, I love this for note taking. I prefer this notebook over the other one we had. No, Shelly, I have another one that I use on a daily basis that I'm going to take, but that's actually not a bad idea to take it to ChalkCon with me. But here it is, y'all. So, like I said, this and the transfer, the notebook and the transfer are the bundle. If you comment the word notebook in the first link in the message, if you click on that, it'll have these two items and all the colors I use except for Candy Apple and Majesty. But you don't have to do the rainbow. You could do whatever colors you wanted. Brenda, I'll get back to you. I saw your message. I just haven't had a chance to respond today. I haven't forgotten about you. Or if you want to go look on my YouTube, you totally can. Yay, Diane. Okay. All right. Let's pick a winner. So the word is rainbow. Comment the word rainbow, and the 6th person, number 6, will be tonight's winner. Yes, this is perfect for like doctor's appointment. It's not too large. You can put it into a purse or like a backpack. Like I said, I use mine on a weekly, if not daily basis. So I highly recommend the notebook. Even if you don't like the transfer, grab the notebook and a transfer that you like. It doesn't have to be the bundle. Now you won't get the bundle pricing, obviously, but you can put whatever you want on here. You could put like, a big monogram letter, whatever you want. All right, we said number 6. Donna was 1, Heather was 2, Kimmy was 3, Linda was 4, Linda MacArthur was 4, Linda Salisbury was 5. Miss Tammy K, you've got some good luck, girlfriend. Miss Tammy K, you were number 6, so please send me a message, and I will send you some happy mail. But go grab this. Thank you, Lacey. I'm guessing it's Lace or Lacey. I don't know. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. But y'all have a great rest of your night, and I will see y'all tomorrow at 12:45 p.m. at Central Standard Time for a brand new interchangeable. I'm excited. All right, y'all. Have a great rest of your day, and I'll see y'all tomorrow. Bye, y'all. Maybe.